feel like I look like it too. So God willing, the show's going to go smoothly because I feel like I could literally pass out any second now. So before we get into the show, I wanted to make a quick announcement before we get started. I have finally completed and launched my first webinar series yesterday on manifestation. It's a 3-part self-paced online workshop to teach you how to manifest new beginnings in all areas of your life. So if you want to learn how to tap into your infinite supply of money, prosperity, love, and abundance, you definitely want to check it out. It's an easy course. For more information on what's included in this series and the 3 tiers of pricing customized to your needs, you can go to my website, AskRebecca.guru, and it's somewhere on the screen here. I always point the wrong way, but it's up there somewhere. And click on the online courses page and it'll take you right to all of the information. I wanted to make the course simple and affordable for everyone because I feel like it's extremely important to know and understand exactly how you create in this world. You are powerful. We create every moment, every second, with every feeling and thought and energetic vibration that we send out there. And I wanted to empower you so that you know exactly how to create your life. And you can move out of a victim type mentality feeling like, the world is against you, but you have all the power and the control. So if you're interested in that, please feel free to check it out. Again, it's self-paced, so if you want to just watch the videos, you can do that and do all the work yourself, or you can choose to do coaching sessions with me as well. I have it set up to where you could do 1 coaching session, or you could do 3 coaching sessions, 1 after each video, and those sessions would be 30 minutes long with me so that we can really get you connected with those energies of manifestation. Now on to this month's series, which is all about moms. Sunday, we celebrate Mother's Day in the U.S., so happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. I hope you guys have a fantastic day with your children, without your children, with your families, however it goes down for you. I would hope maybe without the children. I feel like most of us would, we spend our time with our kids all the time, so Mother's Day should be a day where we get to be spoiled a little bit and enjoy ourselves. So whether you're doing brunch or hanging out with the family, whatever it is, I hope you're getting spoiled. I hope you get to have some mimosas. I hope you get to have some spa treatment, maybe some breakfast in bed, whatever it is that you aren't having to do anything. And I hope your Sunday is just a day of being. So I hope that you guys can enjoy that. And I'm sending you lots of love for your special day. A little history on Mother's Day. May 8th in 1914, President Woodrow Wilson signed a joint resolution designating the second Sunday of May as Mother's Day. A woman named Anna Jarvis was believed to have been the person that tirelessly campaigned to have Mother's Day recognized, and she did this for her own mother. And her mother's favorite flower was white carnations, so traditionally white carnations were given on Mother's Day. Now, an interesting fact about Anna is she had no children of her own, and after fighting for several years to actually get Mother's Day recognized, after it finally was, she became very disillusioned with the whole thing because all of a sudden businesses started taking over and kind of making Mother's Day their own thing, and they were using it and exploiting the day for their own profits and financial gains, which really, really upset her. So then she embarked on a journey to completely destroy Mother's Day, and she no longer wanted it to be recognized. She let a little bit of her ego get in the way, and she went to the extreme to try to have Mother's Day basically shut down. Obviously, that didn't work. She lost that fight, and she had a little bit of a tragic end to her own story. But I thought that was kind of interesting to hear, and I could see how that would happen. Now, being a mother is one of the most rewarding and challenging experiences that you can have. Motherhood, it's not for everyone. And sometimes you don't find out until after you have children that it may not be for you. As a mom, your ultimate goal is turning your children into independent, productive adults. I myself became a mom at the age of 20. I was in the military at the time. So thankfully, I didn't have any real financial challenges in providing for my son. And although I was pretty responsible at that young of an age, I was also really immature and selfish, and I really didn't know who I was, and I was still growing and evolving. And the military definitely didn't have a manual that told me how to be a mom. And I was stationed away from my own mother, so she was in Florida, I was in New Jersey, and I didn't really have any guidance. So there were definitely moments where I made mistakes, and it's okay. I beat myself up for it for years, but it's part of motherhood. It's part of life. And the one thing my son never lived without was my unconditional love, even in the most challenging times. When I became a mom, I think that was the first time that I really experienced intense emotions of love and fear. And, the love is kind of difficult to explain because it's a different love than what you experience at that young of an age. And it was definitely one of unconditional love, but the fear was just as intense. And I'm sure I'm not the only mother that has experienced this out there, but I had bouts of fear while I was pregnant, whether or not he would be healthy, what if he wasn't healthy, what if he turned out to be a serial killer. I had deep, crazy thoughts during that time of oh my God, I have no idea what to expect or what will happen or how he will turn out or any of that stuff. And that can be a pretty scary and helpless feeling at times. And once Taylor was actually born, that fear was intensified, but it shifted from fears of, what if something was wrong with him to what if I die? So now all of a sudden I had this fear of dying and had a fear of oh my God, what if he died on my watch? What if I did a bad job? And so then all of a sudden I became afraid of flying. I wouldn't ride in cars with other people driving. I wouldn't go to the beach and get in the water because I was sure I was going to get bitten by a shark or he would have been eaten alive. Just all these crazy things. And I dealt with it for years. Now, it never stopped me from participating in life. I always faced the fears, but I really didn't know how to deal with the emotions of it. So while I'm going and doing these things, the whole time on the inside, I'm not having a good time. It was difficult to enjoy myself. The one thing that did keep me grounded were the moments, in those moments was my son, watching him play and learn and laugh. It was amazing. And just seeing a mini version of myself. So it was great to be able to introduce him to all of his firsts. And so that was a rewarding experience. But the challenging part was the emotions and, that come along with motherhood. And it's definitely stressful. It's nonstop. You're on call 24/7. So when it comes to being a parent, again, it's a very difficult, challenging job, and we all deserve to reward ourselves for participating and contributing to society. So I salute all the moms out there, and in honor of Mother's Day, I'm offering a 20% discount on all my services. You can check out what services I offer on my website at AskRebecca.guru. And if you'd like to book a session with me, you can call or text me at 407-374-3133, or you can email me at AskRebeccaToday@gmail. Before I take the caller, let's do a moment of Zen for all the moms. By sending some unconditional love to them and to ourselves. Let's begin by closing your eyes, open your palms, tell yourself you're open to receive. Take a deep breath into your lungs, allowing your chest to rise, and then exhale. Focus your attention on the center of your chest and visualize and feel your heart chakra opening, and then feel it receiving unconditional love from the divine. And then as you pull that unconditional love into your heart and into your body, I want you to reciprocate that back out and send it out to all of the moms that you know and all the people out there in the world that are filling the roles of a mother. Okay, if you want to bring your awareness back to the room and open your eyes, let's take our caller. Let's see who we have here. We have Serafina from Atlanta, Georgia. Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Do you have any specific questions for me? I made a couple of notes about some stuff that I thought might be going on with you. We could talk about that, or we can get right into your questions.
I'd like to see the notes.
Sure. Excuse me, I have a little gnat that's bugging me here. Okay, so I feel like you actually have a lot to be happy about. And I feel like there is, it just feels like there's joy in the air. So I do feel like, there may even be a possible upcoming celebration of some sort. I do feel like there's even a possibility of some unexpected good fortune that's headed your way. And also there was I'm sorry?
I said that would be nice.
Oh, I feel like it's coming. Also, there was a sense, a little bit of a warning where I feel like you're content, right? There's this space of happiness, but that maybe you need to be aware of a sense of boredom that comes up when you're actually at peace, right? So I kind of feel like, I feel like you're content and you're happy, but you're like, man, I am bored. And it's almost like you almost want to create like some drama or, create like sabotage in some way and just stir things up.
Yeah.
Yes. And I know, that's just old. It's a really crazy thing. It's just an old habit that's trying to resurface, right? Like it's just, things can't be that good. There has to be something wrong. So we find something. And I kind of feel like you might even be having like some, again, like crazy ideas. I kind of feel like you have a stable, whatever you do that you're passionate about, working or generating income, whatever that is, like I feel like it's stable and lucrative, but for whatever reason, like I feel like on a whim you could really just be like, you know what, I quit, I'm taking a chance, I'm gonna go do whatever the heck I don't know, I just feel like you've got this crazy energy right now where you just want to go wild almost.
Well, because I'm feeling a bit lost because I moved back with my mom a few years ago. I'm getting sober once again, so I'm in recovery, and that's challenging itself. But because my career life, like economically, I'm not doing very well, or I don't really have many friends. I'm kind of like, I just have my family, but that's about it, and I just feel a bit out of place, like in the world, and so sometimes I just feel lost, like I should be doing something. I got a little part-time job somewhere, and then they pretty much let me go, so I just feel a little like I don't know what to think anymore. Sometimes I think maybe I was better off before, even though it was crazy.
No.
So that makes sense.
It's, again, you have to remember this, before you were immersed in like a habit and an addiction, and it gave you this sense of security and fulfillment and excitement, but you can have that without the alcohol part of it, right? So you just need to shift you just need to shift your perception of how things look. The part-time job that you were at, I just feel like energetically that wasn't a good place for you anyway. I kind of feel like it was more of a settling thing so you could generate some money. So I kind of feel like that was actually a blessing that they let you go. And I think it would have ended up actually causing you to take steps backwards instead of forward.
Okay.
So look at it as a good thing.
Yeah, because both my sisters are graduating this weekend, and we're having a party, so that was right. But I feel like, I feel like I'm the loser, kind of, because like they're graduating, and I'm creative, but I had some training as a dancer, but then I haven't done that much, and there's just so many things I want to do that is just out of the box from the norm for especially my family. So I feel like I don't know what I'm supposed to do right now.
So what I feel is, one, you need to stop comparing yourself to your sisters and stop worrying about what seems normal to your family. Normal is all relative, and I understand your struggle. I'm definitely a black sheep in my family. I mean, I've always had this sense of being weird and, didn't fit in many ways. So this is just something that you need to let go of. As far as the future, for what I see for you is that you do need to put yourself out there with what you're passionate about. You have nothing to lose. Like, you've already done the hard times. You've already done that. You know what I mean? So like, pat yourself on the back, let it go, stop comparing yourself to others. And I feel like you need to be out there looking for work. And I feel like you need to, go to a dance studio, see if you can get a part-time gig there, see if you can get a part-time gig in the other creative things that you like to do. I feel like there's something creative with your hands. Like, I don't know if it's pottery or like, I almost feel like you make stuff. Okay, so you need to do that. There's one warning with you looking for a job, and this is connected to your beliefs and how you see things, because, so just be careful of any scammers and fast talkers, right?
Okay.
You shouldn't have to pay to get a job. So I feel very strongly that I needed to tell you that. So just put yourself out there, have no expectation, and I promise you, by July, you're going to be working and doing something that brings joy to your heart. And I want you to connect with your passionate energies, because that is really going to motivate you and push you forward. Now, the other thing, too, is I feel like money is going to be on an upswing. I do feel like it's coming towards you. And for you just to practice a little bit of patience, definitely stay focused and don't drink or anything like that, because I feel like, again, you're kind of bored and you don't know what to do. So that is an easy thing to go to. So don't take any foolish or silly risks, because I feel like you could have an accident right now. Okay. Whether it's like twisting your ankle or tripping or, so make sure you're not doing anything like that. And I feel like you have got to get out. You're so down on yourself on some level, right? It's like you've got this peace and contentment, but on the inside, you're constantly telling yourself, I'm a loser, I suck, why can't I get it together? Why this, why that? And you've got to shift out of that victim side of things. And I feel like you need to just put yourself out there and have some fun. So, this celebration that's coming up this weekend, I feel like you could potentially meet someone at the celebration that you have a connection with that will it feels like it could potentially lead to like a romantic type situation. But it's based on your choice. So depending on how open you are, it's either going to go down the path of friendship, but a solid friendship that you need, so you kind of have like a wing person to go out and do things with and meet other people, or it could even blossom into a dating situation. So go to the party and don't be a Debbie Downer on the inside.
Okay.
Right? Because I know you know how to fake pretending have a good time. I can feel it. Like I can feel you like being around people and like, oh, hey, having a good time. But on the inside, you're just like, oh, my life sucks. So try to stay away from that energy. With the dancing thing, I feel like if you really put your heart into it and your energy and start practicing again, and I'm getting yoga for you too. So there's something connected with yoga. I feel like you could potentially even be like teaching dance, like if you get in with the studio, like you could have like your own class every once in a while, or it really has the possibility for it to morph into whatever you want. You are non-traditional. You've been fighting your entire life to be normal and to fit in. I'm telling you right now, you don't fit in and you need to accept it.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you feel like you said that you felt like the financial thing was going to be coming up? Do you feel like it's going to be through dance or through anything else? Like, is there something besides dancing that and like yoga that I should be doing or looking for?
To me, I feel like it's a combination of things this year. So I kind of feel like, you're getting you've got your training wheels on, you're getting back into the swing of things. So I feel like you would be doing 2 part-time type jobs. So whether it's you're doing like a part-time thing with the dancing and you're working, because I can see you answering the phones and stuff too, where you're maybe doing like some sort of administrative assistant or like reception, or maybe, something to that effect where you're generating income. And I feel like this will happen by July, and I feel like throughout, you could even potentially have a full-time job and then doing like the dance on the side for fun and like growing and evolving and eventually doing something like that. Either way, give it till July, but you need to be proactive. Like, you can't just be hanging out at your mom's and, feeling sorry for yourself. Like, you need to put yourself out there. It's time to shift that energy. And if you want to get together and do some coaching sessions, just shoot me, I'll work with you. I understand that obviously financially you're strapped. So, I've got a lot of tools that I can share with you to help you get yourself back out there. Financially, it's coming. July is an upswing. By next year, I feel like you'll be out of your mom's place.
Okay, that's nice.
This year is like a growing and, again, you're like getting back, you fell off the horse, you're getting back on it. You got the training wheel. Like, I keep getting all these silly little sayings, but overall, you're going to be just fine.
A lot of it that I was afraid of is that I've been like physically I felt fragile, and I'm not sure exactly like what it was, because like I twisted my ankle years ago, and then I started walking funny, and then like my back goes out a lot, and then I got this device to like try and restore the fascia, and it's just been a mess. It's been like trying hard to catch up with stuff, and I get worried that I'm just going to be stuck and I'm not going to be able to get better.
You're going to get better. You can't think in the negative about it. You need to be positive about it and be proactive. Your back, is it your lower back? Yeah, the lower back, it's connected to security. So you've got some issues about not feeling safe. It's all connected to your mental belief system. Like, it's what you believe, it's how you view the world. And that is what all those physical ailments are connected to. We may get cut off. I only have 60 seconds left.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, that's okay. I just wanted to give you a heads up in case, we're in the middle of talking and then poof, we're gone. So all your physical stuff is connected to your emotions. There's lots of books out there that you can look up to check it out. Do a Google search with the spiritual connection. You can shoot me an email and I can tell you a little bit more in detail what each physical ailment is connected to on the emotional level. You just need to find that self-love for yourself. That's all.